The gentle hum of evening life was shattered by a wailing siren in London. Inside a small brick house, a mother hurried her children to safety, heart pounding as she checked the blackout curtains. This was her new reality. War had arrived at her doorstep. Her husband was away fighting. Now, she was the family's protector. Across the city, and in countless homes, women faced the same nightly terror. The war invaded every part of daily life. Simple routines, shopping, evenings at home, were upended. Housewives became defenders, learning new skills and facing new fears. Their homes, once places of comfort, became fortresses. The familiar tasks of cooking and caring for children now mixed with urgent duties of survival. In the United States, the threat felt distant, but anxiety grew as news and letters arrived from the front. Women listened to the radio, faces etched with worry, feeling the call to serve. The home front became a vital battlefield, and women, its essential soldiers. The war demanded extraordinary things from ordinary people. Housewives managed fear, scarcity, and loneliness, holding families together. The siren's wail marked the end of one life and the beginning of another. It was a test of spirit, and women across the world rose to meet it. Their resilience and ingenuity forever changed their families and society. The housewife's role, once seen as simple, became critical to national survival. Both soldiers and mothers were essential for victory. The world would never be the same. Before the war, a married woman's world was the home. Her days followed a predictable rhythm: cooking, cleaning, mending, and caring for children. She was the heart of the family, her work unseen but essential. Society expected men to earn and women to manage the household. Girls were raised to be good wives and mothers, learning domestic skills over academics. A woman's success was measured by her home and children. The home was a sanctuary, her influence felt within its walls. She managed the family budget, nursed sick children, and offered comfort. Though lacking public recognition, her role was vital to society's stability. Managing a household required cleverness and resourcefulness. Raising children demanded patience and wisdom. Running a home was like running a small business. These women possessed a quiet competence, a deep well of practical knowledge. The skills they honed in peacetime, making do, planning, caring, would soon be tested. Their traditional roles did not mean they lacked strength or skill. The coming storm would reveal just how vital those skills were. When war began, millions of men left home, leaving a gap in society. Factories needed workers, farms needed hands. Who would fill the void? The nation turned to women. Government campaigns called women to the war effort, not just at home, but in factories and fields. For many, this meant trading aprons for overalls and quiet kitchens for noisy workshops. The work was hard and dangerous, but women answered with purpose. Every rivet hammered, every bullet inspected, was a contribution to victory. This was their way of fighting. The change was more than just jobs, it was a new sense of identity. Women discovered they were strong, skilled, and capable of much more. Rosie the Riveter became a symbol of this transformation. Women proved they could do the work just as well as men. Many juggled multiple roles: worker, mother, wife. After long shifts, they returned home to manage households and care for children. Their days were long and demanding, but their resilience was remarkable. The boundaries between home and work, male and female roles, blurred. Women became pioneers in a new world. Their efforts were essential to the nation's survival. Women poured into factories, building bombers, ships, and munitions. They became welders, electricians, and mechanics, working around the clock. The work was noisy and hazardous, but they persevered, knowing their labor supported the war effort. Beyond factories, women joined the Women's Land Army, working farms to feed the nation. In cities, they became air raid wardens, fire watchers, and ambulance drivers, guardians of their communities. Volunteering was vital. Women rolled bandages, knitted for soldiers, ran canteens, and organized salvage drives. Every act of service, big or small, contributed to the collective effort. These new responsibilities brought independence and confidence. Earning wages gave women financial freedom. Mastering new skills boosted their self-esteem. No longer confined to the home, they became active participants in history. Their contributions changed society's view of women's capabilities. The impact of their work would last for generations. They proved themselves indispensable. The future of women's roles was forever altered. At night, the war crept into every home. Housewives enforced blackouts, covering windows to keep families safe from bombers. They checked curtains, patrolled their homes, and prepared shelters with blankets and food. When sirens wailed, mothers calmly led families to safety, soothing children through fear. In shelters, they became the calm center of the storm, projecting courage even when terrified. After raids, women checked on neighbors, put out fires, and helped rescue the trapped. They cleaned up damage, boarded windows, and offered comfort to those who lost everything. Mutual support was essential. Women protected not just their families, but their communities. The home became the front line, and housewives its defenders. Their courage shielded children from horror. They rebuilt lives and spirits, one day at a time. In the face of danger, they stood together. Their strength held families and neighborhoods together. War brought severe shortages. Rationing became the norm. Housewives turned meager rations into nourishing meals, mastering creativity in the kitchen. Every scrap of food was precious, nothing was wasted. Mock dishes and inventive recipes became staples. The Ministry of Food offered tips, and characters like Dr. Carrot encouraged vegetable use. Growing food was vital. Dig for Victory transformed gardens and parks into vegetable plots. Housewives and children spent hours planning and harvesting, gaining a sense of control and contribution. The make-do and mend philosophy extended to clothes. Garments were repaired, repurposed, and cherished. Old coats became new for children, blankets turned into winter wear. Stockings were carefully mended. Thrift and resourcefulness were essential for survival. These daily acts of perseverance were a quiet form of heroism. Women kept families clothed and spirits up. Victory was won not just on battlefields but in kitchens and homes. Their ingenuity fed the nation and kept hope alive. The kitchen front was as crucial as any other. The war's true strength was found in the quiet courage of ordinary women. In Britain, women like Barbara Nixon became air raid wardens, guiding people to safety and comforting the injured. In the U.S., housewives like Inez Sauer took factory jobs, building bombers and finding new pride in their work. Countless acts of domestic heroism went unrecorded, a housewife in Coventry sharing her home with bombed-out neighbors, offering shelter and kindness. Heroism came in many forms: the factory worker finishing her shift, the mother singing in a shelter, the farmer feeding the nation. These women did not seek fame, they simply did what needed to be done. Their compassion and resilience held society together. They were the unsung heroes of the home front. Their stories remind us that heroism is found in daily acts of care and courage. They faced hardship with determination and grace. Their legacy is one of quiet strength. Ordinary women became extraordinary through their actions. They changed the world, one day at a time. No woman faced war's challenges alone. Rationing, blackouts, and anxiety forged powerful bonds between neighbors. Women relied on each other for help and support, sharing food, caring for children, and offering comfort. They organized knitting circles, salvage drives, and ran canteens for workers and soldiers. The women's voluntary service became the heart of many communities. Social barriers broke down as women from all backgrounds worked side by side. The war united people with a common purpose. The community became an extended family, sharing news, celebrating victories, and mourning losses together. When sirens sounded, neighbors checked on each other. Solidarity was a powerful weapon against fear and isolation. The strength of the nation was found in its communities. Together, they endured and triumphed. Looking back, the world of the WWII Housewives seems distant, but their lessons are timeless. Their resilience and adaptability inspire us to face our own challenges. They teach us that in crisis, we are capable of more than we imagine. Their creativity and scarcity reminds us to value resourcefulness and sustainability. The Make Do and Mend spirit and Dig for Victory campaign show the power of ingenuity. Most importantly, they remind us of the strength of community. Helping neighbors, sharing, and working together are essential for a resilient society. Their quiet heroism kept the home front strong and powered victory. By remembering their stories, we honor their sacrifice and learn from their wisdom. Ordinary people, united by compassion, can overcome extraordinary challenges. Their echoes of courage call us to face the future with resilience.